There are those among us who never write manifestos, never ink their name into canons of art or medicine, never earn the acclaim that signals impact in a society obsessed with performance. Yet they move through the world with a rare intimacy, with presence, silence, sorrow, and healing. Like the alchemist Carl Jung described, these people are not loud about their transformations, but their quiet existence spends in Hood's healing. I am Aarti Ahuja, and this is Tatava Studio, where we believe that therapy, creativity, and spirituality are not isolated disciplines but intersecting threads within the larger tapestry of human healing. Jung wrote that true alchemy was never a business or career, but a genuine opus, an inner work often done in solitude, where metaphors served as containers for mystical truths. What if the urgency you feel to get involved isn't social but evolutionary? What if your instinct to reach out, show up, and bear witness isn't an act of performance but of participation in something ancient, sacred, and wholly human? At Tattva, we view each therapeutic engagement not merely as a transaction of tools and techniques, but as a ritual space where transformation arises from presence. The client is not broken, and I am not a fixer. We both arrive as co-alchemists. Jung's lens on alchemists reveals more than just an esoteric art. It becomes a symbol for the inner psychological process of individuation, the integration of conscious with the unconscious, of shadow with light. Most of us are not working with flowers and textures, but with heartbreak, unresolved memories, identity crises, and questions of purpose. We live lives that seem unspectacular. We carry titles that don't glitter. And yet, we wake each morning and meet the world with willingness, responsibility, and care. This is just not a poetic sentiment. This is a psychological recognition. The ego may crave grandeur, but the self, Jung's symbol of psychic wholeness, thrives in authenticity. When we stop measuring our worth by society's standards, we discover that we too are participating in the grand opus. Our alchemical vessel is this very life. The story of healing is often overcomplicated, but what if the most potent medicine is presence? Not empathy as a concept. It is an ache meeting an ache, a wound recognizing a wound. This strikes at the heart of the therapeutic process we practice at Tatava Studio. We don't believe in pathologizing the human experience. We believe in witnessing it, making space for grief without rushing towards closure, and validating joy even when it arrives without cause. The bamboo waits through years of quiet growth, only to bloom once and then surrender. Growth is not always visible, often it is subterranean. At Tatava Studio, I work with people who have taken years to speak their truth, mourn a loss, or accept a forgotten part of themselves. When the moment finally comes, it often feels small, yet monumental. A simple conversation or a release of a held breath. Jung taught us that sometimes the nature of the coveted substance will be revealed in a dream. One must read carefully, paragraph by paragraph, then one will make discoveries. Healing, like alchemy, is layered, symbolic, and slow. It resists shortcuts and prefers depth. The coveted substance self-worth, inner peace, insight often arrive obliquely. At Tatava Studio, we do not rush people to answers. We invite them into the sacred peace of their own psyche. We use language carefully. We work with the body. We welcome symbols, rituals, art, and silence. There are no formulas, there are only invitations. I reach out not as a savior, but as someone simply willing to be there. Just this human offering of presence. This ultimately is the ethos we live by. In a world that demands excellence, achievement, and performance, we offer something quieter: presence. We believe in the healing that happens not through professional expertise alone, but through relational depth, embodied wisdom, and attuned witnessing. Every client that has walked through the Tatava Studio space has brought a unique alchemical space, their life, their story, their suffering. I not just bring professional knowledge, but experience knowledge. Together we stir the pot, bear the heat, and await this transformation. There are no shortcuts, there's only process, mystery, and this moment, and that is enough. Carl Jung wrote that the art has no enemies except the ignorant. At Tatava Studio, we chose again and again to stay awake, present to the mystery, to the process, to the sacred ordinariness of humanness, for establishing the art of being. Through the transformation we witness with our clients, we invite you to be a part of this transformation. This is where the sacred meets the psyche. This is Tatava Studio.